A very good and warm morning to everyone present here. I am Amruta J from 2nd Sem ECE department. I feel privileged to welcome all of you for this wonderful program. As per Indian tradition, to begin with any good and noble work, we seek the blessing of God Almighty for the success of the work. So, before officially beginning of this program, I would like to welcome Rachana of 8th Sem from ECE department to sing an invocation song.
पार्वतीनन्दन नमो नमो पुण्यविभूते नमो नमो पार्वतीनन्दन नमो नमो पुण्यविभूते नमो नमो सर्वस्वरूपा शर्वकुमारा सर्वाधारा सर्वातीता पार्वतीनन्दन नमो नमो पुण्यविभूते नमो नमो त्रिमूर्तिवन्दिता पादकमला त्रिगुणातीता त्रही स्वरूपा समानरहिता सोमकलाधर सङ्कटहरणा सुगुणाभरणा पार्वतीनन्दन नमो नमो पुण्यविभूते नमो 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 Thank you.
Thank you for singing such a wonderful song. Today we are gathered here to have a webinar on Startups Future of India, Plan for Startup, Legal and Ethical Steps. Now I request Srimati Indira Gopalakrishna, Vice Chairman of Vivekananda Institute of Technology, to address the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning to one and all present here. It is a great pleasure to welcome the resource people. It is a great honor to be with us. I think the children have to be, they'll be benefited with all the information you are going to give with how to do the startups and all. And I welcome all HODs, faculties, all the students who have joined this webinar. Once again, I welcome all the resource people to who have joined us with their, even though they have got tight schedule. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. D.V. Chandrasekhar, Principal of Vivekananda Institute of Technology, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Amrita. So, good morning, everyone. So, particularly good morning, sir. Anand, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So, I think all of you know that Anand Prasad is a well-known person, resource person regarding that startup companies. I think he is working in in Jyoti IT. So, he is having a lot of researchers in his team. Now, today's topic is very good actually for the forthcoming NEP, National Education Policy. So, in that, many things are involved in the startups of Future India and how we are going to plan for a startup companies in the present days and future scenario, and how we are going to go for all the legals and ethical steps for startupping all these new companies here. No? The present days in the present university levels, everybody is thinking that now the college or the university should have companies in their campus itself here now. So regarding this, already the Jyoti IT is having plenty of companies, the startup companies in their campus, and they requested us, and we requested them to give some more companies to our campus. Already they are planning to give 2 companies to our campus. uh, we are in the process of getting attached to that our society. and definitely they're going to agree for this. And we will have another week or two, so we may get the permission for this, and we'll going to start some companies, one or the companies. So I thank that Dr. Anand Prasad sir. He is helping us a lot on this regarding this startup companies, and also he is our well-wisher for college. He used to guide in many directions how to uplift of their engineering college. So thank you, sir. Thank you, and I also once again welcome this webinar, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. Shaila K., Professor, Department of ECE and VKIT IIC Vice President, to introduce today's resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Amrita. Very good morning and warm welcome to Indra Madam and our Principal D.V. Chandrasekhar sir and Dr. Anand Prasad sir. Uh, so, education is a continuous journey of learning where age never matters. So, whatever be our age is, we can be learning and we can improve our knowledge. And with our new education policy, as our principal was telling, we should be ever learners with the innovations and startups and entrepreneur. It is going towards the trend. So I not only welcome our institute students, even we have got participants from other institution, many other college students as well as faculties have joined us. I welcome all the other participants also. Now, on behalf of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and VKIT Institute Innovation Council, I take this opportunity to introduce today's speaker, Dr. M.G. Anantaprasad. Sir, who will be enlightening us on the topic Startup Future of India, Plan for Startup Legal and Ethical Steps. Dr. Ananta Prasad holds a PhD in Mechanical Engineering from Visvesvaraya Technological University with specialization in product design and engineering in various capacities at different institutions and has mentored several students, faculties, and entrepreneurs over a period of nearly 2 decades. As an academician, researcher, and innovator, instrumental in setting up several entrepreneurship development cells, conducting training programs, and handholding budding business enthusiasts. In addition, he has executed various research projects, published research articles in journals of high repute, and has supervised about half a dozen PhD students. His dynamic personality, zeal to achieve new milestones, and drive for entrepreneurial leadership has helped him scale up to the ladder easily with a short span of time. Networked with industries, investors, and institutions, and is the most sought after person for a field of placement, academia, and entrepreneurship. He is also a recipient of the prestigious Commonwealth Professional Fellowship and underwent advanced entrepreneurial and leadership trainings at Loughborough University, UK. Decision making abilities and commercial mindset, he was the ideal candidate to be chosen to lead the Atal Incubation Center, Jyoti Institute of Technology Foundation as its CEO, where he currently serves. Dr. Anand Prasad sir's work on banana peeling and app and slicing machine has been recognized and it has been patented. Sir is also, as our principal told, he's in establishing the incubation center as well as the startups. I welcome you, sir. Now I request you, sir, to take over the session.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our today's resource person, Dr. M. G. Ananta Prasad, CEO, AIC Jyoti Institute of Technology Foundation, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, dear participants. First of all, thanks to the entire team of Vivekananda Institute of Technology for inviting me to share my thoughts in this platform. Slightly have modified the topic to make it an interesting and kind of create an awareness in of the startup ecosystem. So the topic is it is widely, we call it as a startups future of India. Hope everyone will agree with this topic, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Under the institution innovation cell across the country, they are conducting a lot of programs and awareness activities. And it is a government of India mandate again. Anybody in this platform, can you please tell me why this government of India made it a mandatory to conduct these programs at the institution level? Anybody, can you please highlight on this? Friends, please unmute yourself, kindly interact. We want this to be an interactive session, not like other session, just you simply hear from one end and you will leave it in the another end. I don't want that. We want to do some practical, literally we wanted to create some good startup ecosystem in the country. So anybody, can you please highlight why these programs are conducting at the campus?
So probably to establish new inventions and encourage new technology to be implemented. And of course, it will add up to the development of the country as well.
Very good, excellent. So the main motto of the government is to create an innovation and creativity platform at the institution level. In fact, our country need this kind of a support from young budding entrepreneurs like you to make India as a Vishwa Guru or world leader. Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So let's take an example. Before coming to this workshop, we'll start the another thing. Let us take an example of the pandemic situation. Probably started in February 2020. So what was the condition of India during that time? Whether do we have all the testing kits at that time? Do we have testing kits? No, right? We don't have a testing kits, even a single testing kits, even in January, February. Now we have a sufficient testing kits at our country, correct? So even now, maybe in another 1 month's time, these kind of kits are our testing kits are available even in the medical stores. Now it is already launched. Per kit, it is 250 rupees, correct? And during last pandemic, we don't have a sufficient PPE kits, or even antifungal, antibacterial, or antiviral masks actually. And we don't have sufficient ventilators during that time. We used to import from outside all these ventilators. And now the problem is oxygen generator. Now we have a sufficient oxygen generator or a concentrator. So how this happened in a very short time? Anybody, can you please give me an answer? How it has happened? Last January, we don't have a kits. Now we have all the sufficient kits, PPEs, ventilators, oxygen generators, mask, everything. We have a very sufficient at the country. So how it has happened?
Happened because a lot of people took the initiative to increase the supply.
Okay, good. Then see, I'll give you a small example of the ventilator. We used to import it from usually from the outside, and generally it cost about 8 to 10 lakhs. So sufficient and sophisticated ventilators. Now in India, low cost ventilators are available at 25,000 rupees. So how it has happened? Of course, no doubt it's a Government of India initiative. And this has done because of this startup ecosystem. People like you, young minds, thought about this particular problem and solved this problem. Yes or no? Many of the startups are working in these areas and creating these ventilators, masks, then PPE kits, then also very importantly, the testing kits. So this has happened because of the startup ecosystem. And coming to the developed countries, they're having a very good startup ecosystem. Either you take USA or UK, wherever you have. It is a very well planned startup ecosystem. And generally, the developed countries, they don't depend on the bigger companies to produce the product. So startups will create that product as per the societal requirements. That is an advantage of startup ecosystem. And India is on the way in this journey. And I am sure within a very short span of time, India will succeed in this startup ecosystem. Now, the students, the question is for you. The question is, if somebody asks you why they should give you a job, I'm coming to the placement activity, then I will switch over to the entrepreneurial activities. So what is your convincing answer here? Anyone, please unmute and please give me the answer. Maybe some 8th semester students are also there, I believe. Even the 2nd year, 3rd year students are also there. Can you give me an answer? If somebody asks you why they should give you this kind of a job, why they should give you a job in their company, either in Accenture, TCS, Google, whichever may be the company. So what will be your convincing answer? There are about 20 lakhs students across the country. Engineering students are graduating every year. You are one among them. Why they should give you, the recruiter should give you a job? Anyone?
Sir, because they have completed the graduate, and after the graduate, they have some kind of a talent and skills based on their knowledge and education, which they have done. That's it, sir.
Okay. There are every year about 20 lakhs engineering students are coming approximately, and the requirement is very, very less. In spite of that, they want to pick you from that particular group. You should have a very specific knowledge. So let us see what is that. Okay. So before that, can you please tell me who invented this USB? Do you know this gentleman? What is his name? We are enjoying this, invention, right, in our daily life. So USB. Who is this Indian? Please interact.
Ajay Bhatt.
Yes, his name is Ajay Bhatt. In 2013, he won the very prestigious award, European Inventor Award, in the non-European category. Okay. This Mr. Ken, he joined, as a regular employee at Sony, and with his great knowledge, with his great innovation, he developed a PlayStation, LCD, even the TVs, all these things. LCDs are invented by him, digital camera, all these things. And after a certain time, he became the CEO of Sony, and he started his own business. And then, any chance you know this? What is this? I know whether student will read the book or not. This they will read. Which book?
Facebook.
Facebook. Yes, everybody is aware of it. Facebook. So who is this person? Whose invention it is in the Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
It is Justin. His name is Justin. He is also an employee at this company, and he invented this particular like button. Okay. So what are the common factor here in all these three innovations, or three innovators, I should say? What are the common factor? The first one is Ajay Bhatt, then Mr. Ken, then also the Justin. Okay. So they are the employees of some organization with an entrepreneurial approach. And these people, we call them as intrapreneurs. So intrapreneurs is nothing but they're having a mindset of entrepreneurial mindset, but they will contribute for the companies for the exponential growth of the organization. Assume that you are starting your own company. Have you or would you like to hire these kind of a people in your company? These kind of a people, yes or no? Either people like Ajay Bhatt, Mr. Ken, or like Mr. Justin. Would you like to hire these kind of a people in your organization as a recruiter? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means all the recruiters or whoever may be the employers, they look for this kind of a mindset. It is called an entrepreneur mindset, which is very, very important for all of you. So how to prove that you have a entrepreneurial capacities? So I'll give you a small example of this tabular column. I have divided into 3 categories here. Maybe from today itself you can work on these particular things. So personal traits, action, and your results. Say for example, if the recruiter asks you, have you taken any moderate challenging task, or have you taken any calculated risk in your life? So then your answer, how to justify these things, is an example I'm giving in the action. So what is the convincing your answer should be? So you can say, have invested, or the institution has given some money to build my prototype. I have an idea. I have approached the university and they have given some small amount, and based on that I have created a prototype for some competition. And maybe you are participating in some competition, you might have won the reward, or may not be, sometimes it is not possible. You have some certification that you can show it to the recruiter. I have taken this, I have produced this kind of a prototype. Similarly, have you attempted to offer solution to problem in and around you? You have seen a lot of problems, and based on that you have some solution that you have presented in hackathon, startup challenges, ideathon, etc., etc. So that's the one way of justifying your answer. Similarly, say for example, if the recruiter asks you, do you have a leadership skill? So how to define it? Leadership skills, organizing programs like this, events, talks, workshop. So these are all the answer for your activity. Similarly, on the result side, you can justify that this event was successful. So many number of people attended. In that number of people, we are in touch with them. So that should be your answer. That shows you have a very good leadership skills. And the third important thing the recruiter will also require is the convincing nature. So how to prove that you have a convincing nature? You should participate in the lot of debates, discussions, B-plan, that is a business plan competitions, and probably you might have successfully launched some kind of a product which you have done this prototype. You might have convinced the investor to invest in your product, or maybe a bankers. So that should be your answer. That is the reason why this entrepreneurial qualities are very important. If you have these qualities, this is the entrepreneurial qualities, right? We'll move on to the next part. It is just a small idea. It has come to Tilak minds, and because of that, a lot of employment generation has happened. Even additional income has also started. He's just a 13 years boy. So here you need to understand, you should have a good mentor. So this is an advantage with the startup ecosystem at your college. In fact, regularly I'm watching at VKIT, they are conducting a n number of programs. I think none of the other institutions are focusing this kind of an activity. Very few institutions are focusing on institution innovation cell activities. So this is an advantage. Please utilize it properly. You are in the right direction, and you can also become a people like Tilak Mehta. And coming to the support system at India, Government of India, especially for entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, you can start your own business. Entrepreneurship, you are having an entrepreneurship mindset, you are working for some companies. For both the people, there is a lot of advantage. There is a lot of support from the Government of India. The one is the Startup India scheme, and another scheme is the Stand Up India scheme, where you will get complete 360-degree support, starting from the mentoring support. You can convert your idea into a prototype. Then you will also get the funding. You will also get the space, and you will also be connected with the market and investors. So that is an advantage of the Startup India system scheme, and also on the Stand Up India scheme. And I don't know how many of you are aware of this. The government of India has taken a very good initiative to promote innovation and creativity among the students at the school levels. From 5th standard to 12th standard, students can access these labs called Atal Tinkering Labs. Thousands of Atal Tinkering Labs are available in India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Thousands of Atal Tinkering Labs. In the Atal Tinkering Labs, you will find a lot of 3D printer, 3D scanner, all your electronic devices, electrical devices, mechanical, everything you will get it under a single roof. And the students of 5th standard to 12th standard, if they have an idea, they can convert their idea into a proof of concept or a working prototype. And every year, Government of India is conducting competition for this Atal Tinkering Labs. And always the chief guest is the Honorable President of India or the Honorable Prime Minister of India. That is a kind of motivation from the Government of India for all these things. So we'll move on to the next story. It is a Sundar Pichai. He is an Indian. You know him very well, I believe. But let us watch his story.
Startup Stories in association with Olook.in. Google surprised the world when it announced the appointment of the new CEO on 10th August 2015. It became a proud moment for the Indian community to see an Indian-born become the CEO of a company that millions across the globe aspire to join. Today, we are talking about the man who had his share of struggles before making it to the top as the current CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, and this is his success story. Pichai Sundararajan, more commonly known to us as Sundar Pichai, was born in Madurai on July 12, 1972. He belonged to a lower middle class family and had never experienced the luxury of watching television or traveling by car in his childhood. However, Pichai saw technology in his hands at the age of 12 when his father first bought a landline phone. He had a remarkable skill of memorizing and remembering numbers, as he could keep in mind all the numbers that he dialed. Likewise, Sundar excelled in school, and that paved his way into the metallurgical division of IIT Kharagpur in India. Upon graduating, he migrated to the US in 1993, and he initially planned to pursue a PhD from Stanford and embark on an academic career. However, he dropped the plan and joined Applied Materials, a Silicon Valley semiconductor maker, as an engineer and a product manager. But he did not work there for long. He later went on to complete his MBA from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he was named a Siebel Scholar and a Palmer Scholar. Following the completion of his MBA, he was appointed as a management consultant at McKinsey & Company. While Sundar was battling with his lonely days as a migrant on the sure road to success, he needed the support of his then girlfriend and now wife Anjali, who many say plays a pivotal role in all his endeavors. Later, he joined Google in 2004, and his entry was marked with the launch of a free mail service called Gmail. It is said that Sundar thought it to be a Google's prank, as the day of launch, April 1st, 2004, coincided with Fool's Day. After getting inducted into Google, Sundar's first big success came after Google hit an infamous doomsday situation. Microsoft changed the default search engine on Internet Explorer with their own search engine called Bing. In those days, during the year 2006, almost everyone used Internet Explorer, and now Sundar was responsible for coming up with a response. His solution? A Google toolbar that enabled PC makers install it directly onto their PC and browser. Later, he soon started working on other Google products, such as Google Gears and Google Pack. The success of Google's toolbar gave Pichai the idea that Google should develop its own browser. He discussed this idea with the seniors and faced a serious objection from the then CEO Eric Schmidt, who thought that developing a browser would be a too expensive affair. However, Pichai persevered and convinced the co-founders of Google, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, to launch Google's own browser. And later, Sundar played a pivotal role in the ultimate launch of the browser Google Chrome in 2008. Chrome proved to be a great success as it allowed the users to directly access Google's search engine. With this, Sundar became an internationally known figure, following the phenomenal success of the Chrome, which eventually became the #1 browser in the world, surpassing competitors such as Internet Explorer and Firefox. Chrome also paved the way for a series of other important products such as Chrome OS, Chromebooks, and Chromecast. Later in 2008, Sundar Pichai was promoted as the Vice President of Product Development. In this position, he started appearing more often at Google presentations and continued rising up the ranks in Google. By 2012, he became the Senior Vice President of Chrome and Apps. Within a year's time since becoming the Senior VP, Sundar was also handed over the task of Android, which still earlier was being managed by Andy Rubin, the genius that he is. Sundar developed it into Android One, which was a project designed to offer affordable smartphones in all households worldwide, inviting another 5 billion people to the Android world. And within a short period of time, Sundar was again promoted to become the head of products in 2014, which elevated him to become Larry Page's second in command. Apart from that, Sundar had established himself as the public face of Google and was widely known to be as the master of ceremonies for Google's annual developer conference. By now, Sundar had attracted a lot of attention of other technology powerhouses. As a matter of fact, he was approached by Twitter to come on board as the Vice President of Products, and later, he was also being considered to become the new CEO of Twitter. Other than that, he was also strongly being considered to succeed Steve Ballmer as the CEO at Microsoft. However, he remained a loyal Googler despite being approached by top tech companies. This was also the time when Google's holding company, Alphabet Inc., was being prepared. Hence, to retain him and keep him on staff, Sundar was announced as the new CEO of Google, which is the biggest company under Alphabet. Well, as agreed by most of the top tech industry veterans, Sundar is one of the most all-round and flexible professionals. With his keen eye for the products along with his business acumen, he is often considered to be a better CEO than Larry Page. Sundar Pichai's life story has been illustrious and is a marvelous paradigm for those who wish to achieve success even in difficult situations. With continuous hard work, perseverance, and smart work, he was able to reach out to the top position in the company, where every business leader wishes to be. Today, he is valued at over $150 million and is heading the second most valuable brand in the world, which is worth over $85 billion. While Sundar Pichai is relentlessly working hard to bring out many more innovative solutions to the public, we at Startup Stories wish him super success in taking the Google growth story to even greater heights.
Hope you're all with me in this presentation, right? Okay, what is your observation here, Sundar Pichai? Please unmute yourself. Hope you're all with me, right? No answers, no responses.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he is a common man. Sundar Pichai is also a common man like us. Now we are all proud of Sundar Pichai because one of the topmost companies in the world, second most topmost company in the world is Google. So he is the CEO of, and he is also from in India. That's really a good thing. So there are this video is a very hardworking, which will take you to higher success. Okay. Let us see the recent trends. I have taken the data about 2015. Purposefully have taken. You can imagine the 2021 data. In the recent trends in the IITs and IIMs or even in Indian Institute of Science. So in India there are about 16 plus IITs and about 19 plus IIMs. In the 2015, the government of India made a survey about 200 IIM students and 1,600 IIT students. They have straight away rejected the placement and they have started their startup career at India itself. So their salary packages, it always starts from 25 lakhs plus in IITs or even in IIMs. So they have rejected and they have started the startup. The reason is there is a future. There is a future in startups. In most of the colleges which I have seen, the placement is always the first choice and entrepreneurship is the second choice. So now I think in this ecosystem, we have to change entrepreneurship as a first choice and placement is a second choice. So we should become an employment generator rather than working for someone else. So let us talk about what is this startup. So now we have seen startup, everything we have seen. So what is this startup? Who can do this startup? So any individual is having an innovation, maybe he's developed his own new product or a process or a service, or he has developed the perfect product or improvement of the existing product or a process or a services, or any individual who wanted to generate employment or wealth creations to the society, so they can start the startup companies. So there are mainly in India, there are 4 kinds of startups. So one is the private limited company, which is more preferred across India, because once your product is ready, then the government is not able to give crores together money to your business. Only there are angel investor and venture capitalists. They are happy to support that good product to those private limited companies. So only they are giving the fund only to the private limited company, because they can also become the partner of the companies in the case of private limited. So this is most preferred in India. And next is the simplest form is the partnership firm. Maybe in your college when you are studying, you have an idea or you have already converted into a prototype. Together with your friend or with the teacher, you can start a simple partnership company, and you can start your business there itself. And if your business grows, then you can convert that partnership company into a private limited company at the later stage. There are a lot of formalities on the private limited companies, whereas in the partnership, there is no much formalities as per the government of India income tax aspect. In the case of private limited, every 3 months, every quarterly, you need to present your case to the income tax. You have to submit all your business to the income tax, and there are legal other small complication as well. But whereas in the partnership, it is very, very less. And the next important simplest form after the private limited is the LLP, limited liability partnership. This is also most preferred. Most of the government funding will give funding only to these LLPs generally, or to private limited. So this is another simplest form of the company. And the last one is one-person company. Say for example, one-person private limited company, we call it is a one-person private limited company. Say for example, you are the only one individual innovator in this particular product. Alone you can start a one-person company. And whereas here also the formalities are very, very less. And it's a simple, you can start the companies with the help of the incubators or with the help of the legal advisors. Okay, so always start with an idea. That is, everybody is aware of it. So, but once the idea comes to your mind, then immediately you have to think about the business. So to do, or think about the business, there are 5 important crucial points. I think probably the earlier speakers are already spoken to you, and just I will touch upon these 5 crucial points, or the ingredients of a business idea. So the first one is you need to identify the pain points in your business. That's the first important thing. And the second is uniqueness of your product. If the product, it is, if you have already developed a product, it is already in the market, so then there is no point. Your product should be unique. Say for example, in the COVID time, say for example, you have developed a phenol or a soap oil. So you should highlight what is the uniqueness of your product. Maybe in 30 seconds, in some of the phenols they are showing in 60 seconds it will remove the coronavirus. Whereas in your case, you can showcase them within 30 seconds, it will remove the coronavirus. That kind of uniqueness should be there in your product. Then very importantly, revenue model. Whoever is doing a business, it is for the profit only. No one is doing for the time sake. So you should have a proper revenue model. There are many revenue models are available. You can study those revenue model, and based on that, you can create your revenue model. You can create your business model. So Google is having its own revenue model. Similarly, Uber is also having a different revenue model. The uniqueness in the Uber is they don't have a single taxi. Just they are connecting the taxi to the end users, and that is how they are doing the business. So that kind of things you should think. So there are a few things like a business to business, business to customer. Say for example, you have developed some X product. So directly you can give it to the distributor. They will distribute and they will do the selling. That is a B2B in a simple way. B2C is you already have a product. You are identifying customers. You are going to the customers' doors and you are selling it. So that is a B2C kind of a revenue model. Those things you can study and you can start your own business. So then the scalability, whatever you have done the product, that scalability should be there. Scalability in the sense the manufacturing or a production should happen. So then only it is a meaningful. Otherwise, it is not a meaningful. Scalable. If there is no scalability of your product, then business will not succeed. Otherwise, you have to do the technology transfer to some other companies where they are interested to manufacture or do a production. So this scalability, you have to keep it in mind, such a way that you should have enough space, then machineries or equipment with you, so that you can grow your business. The last important thing is viability, feasibility, and desirability. Viability in terms of business, and then feasibility in terms of the technology. You should not use a high funded technology where normal customers cannot understand. This will become nobody will buy your product. You should use a simple technology even a common man can understand, and it should be a desirable. So then people will accept it. So these 5 things which you have to keep it in mind. Based on that, you have to do it. So next important is the prototype. Once your idea is ready, then you have to convert into a prototype. Prototype is just a crude version of your idea, and you cannot sell this prototype to anyone. And once the prototype is ready, you make it as a proof of concept. That means we call it as a working prototype. Convert a prototype into a working prototype. And once the working prototype is ready, then you can start filing the patent with the help of your incubators or like us. You can approach to us. We will help you in patenting your product, so that nobody should copy your product. So once the prototype is ready, so then we will call it as a minimum viable product. This is the first version of your product. So your working prototype is ready. Next, you have to convert that working prototype into a MVP, minimum viable product, where you are adding all the features to this prototype and selling it to your known customer. They will use it and they will give the real feedback. We call it as a alpha feedback. So they will give it to you, the feedback, and based on that, you can modify the product and you can prepare the final product. So let's take an example of Thomas Alva Edison. This is the Thomas Alva Edison is the first successful model of light bulb, and this is demonstrated in Menlo Park in 1879. So he made the first light bulb, but earlier in 1802, this Humphrey Davy has already developed this product. This is a heavyweight light bulb. This is a heavyweight bulb actually. In 1802 he developed, but actually once he developed, Humphrey developed this particular bulb. So then the problem is common man cannot use this kind of a bulb because this is a very costly and bigger in size. So then the problem statement came into the world. So bulb is ready, but it should be a smaller one, cost effective, and it should be a portable. Even the common man can use it for household purposes. So then, the Edison worked in his, he created an invention factory at Menlo Park, USA. Then a team of his complete team, about more than 100 team members worked, and they have developed about 3,000 plus models of prototype. What I mean to say is, so you should have a very good team. So Edison has a very good team. They have developed n number of these kind of models and created one of the best lightweight bulb. So that means you should have a proper team and also a sufficient laboratories or equipment so that you comfortably you can work. So he has developed about 3,000 plus models, and he has achieved the prototype. And the GE story, Edison and JP Morgan started. JP Morgan was he's an investor, venture capitalist. With the help of JP Morgan, Edison started a company called GE company. You are all already aware of it, General Electricals. So this is his lab, and this is the Menlo Park. And this is the first ship where 100% this bulb were installed, and partially it was successful. And this is the first building in 1882. That means in 1879 he demonstrated. In 1882 he made the proper product, that is a final product, and 100% it is used in this particular building at Germany. And the story of the Facebook, earlier it is called the Facebook. So this is the MVP. MVP means the first version of the product, minimum viable product. So this is the first version of the Facebook. Now you know how these Facebooks are. The story goes like this. This is developed by a few group of students and used in Harvard universities, Harvard students. Then the Facebook has been extended to the institutions of the Stanford, Columbia, and other people. Then during the 2005, this is open to all the high schools, colleges, volunteers at even United Kingdom, Mexico, even New Zealand, everywhere. So during that time, this is very popular among the students. Now also this is very familiar with the students, I know. On 26th 2006, this Facebook is open for public. Whoever is having a valid email ID and 13 years plus age, they can use the Facebook. And you can see the investment, how it has happened. The amount is not important here. What I mean to say is, once your MEP is ready, you can attract the investors. That is the meaning of this slide actually. See here, in the first angel investment is done in 2004. Then he made the improvement in the product and transferred to Stanford University, New Zealand, other things. He got another funding. Then 2006, he is open to the public. So he got some funding. That is how it has grown. And now we will call it as a Facebook. Earlier it is the Facebook. So what is important here is, so to get MVP, important thing is you should have a good working team, then infrastructure, then you should have a proper equipment accessibility or a machinery accessibility, and very, very important is the financial budget. Who will give the fund? So you have an idea, but you cannot ask your parents, not to the institutions. So this is the $1 billion question to everyone, where I will get all these things. So the solution is the business incubators. Even Vivekananda Institute of Technology has recently started the business incubator, and ours is also an incubator. This is supported by Government of India, where you can approach to us with your idea. So where we are giving you all the important thing is the seed funding to convert your idea into a MVP. Then we are also providing you the equipment, machineries to develop your MVP. And once the MVP is ready, then we will give you the network building for the access to the market. So once you have some business, we will help you with from the business incubator I'm talking, we will help you with connecting with the right investors who can help you or who can give you some funding to grow your business. Okay. So how to access this incubator? So how to approach to incubator? There are several incubators across the country, government supported. So the first one is you should have a private limited or a LLP. If you don't have, also directly you can approach to incubator. They will help you in registering your company. And before that, you should have a proof of concept or prototype should be ready. Simply, if you are coming with an idea, sir, I have this idea, I wanted to start my company. No, that is not possible. We will not fund you for ideas. We will give you the funding only if you have a proof of concept or a prototype. And you should also come with a business plan. I'll tell you what is this business plan. In a simple word, you have to do a proper market survey, and overall who will become the customers and what will be your revenue per product cost and your selling price, and how many customers you wanted to attract. So that's it. It's a simple technique which you have to adopt in the business plan. If you have a business plan, then you can approach to any of the incubators. Okay, to summarize the overall prototype to startup, this you have to follow. If you want, you can take a screenshot how you have to approach to the incubators. First, your prototype is ready. You can do the company registration on your own. Otherwise, you can approach to the any incubators in the country. Even your VKIT is also having all the support. And you should have a proper working team. Wherever we go, the working team is very, very important. Maybe in your college, you might have taken the help of your teachers or taken the help of your friends. You can take them as a working team and get admitted to any of the incubator, and you will be access to the seed funding, which is very, very important. No other banks or no investor will give you the funding at the beginning stage. It is only the incubators or Government of India supported some schemes. You will get some kind of a seed funding. Once the seed funding is ready, you can focus on MEP, minimum viable product. Again, it is the first version of your product. Once the first version of your product is ready, then you can give it to your known customers, or you can send it to the market, let them use your product, give the sincere feedback, change it accordingly, and do the final product. Next is the angel funding. So once your product is ready, you need a bigger funding to improve your business. So then these incubators or Government of India or Government of Karnataka will help you with the right kind of investors. And of course, the last one is the commercialization of your product. This is in general, this is the journey of your startup ecosystem. Okay, again, I'm using the same thing. Stand Up India is one of the best scheme available, where women entrepreneurs, if you have a team members with a woman, make them as a primary applicant. You will get up to 200 lakhs or 2 crores without any security, you will get it. Then another important thing is the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust, where you will get loans up to 200 lakhs. Anybody can avail this thing. Then another important is the Startup India. So here you will get a grant up to 10 lakhs. It's a grant. So once you get the grant, convert into a final product, then with the help of that particular grant, you can apply for seed funding at the Startup India itself. You can avail seed funding up to 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs under the Startup India scheme. And even in Karnataka also, we have Karnataka startup policies. Using that also, you can apply. Okay, so then another important initiative has taken from the Government of India under the Niti Aayog. We call it as an Atal Incubation Center. Jyoti Institute of Technology, our institute is also having a Atal Incubation Center. We incubate the companies, whoever is working on the food technology, devices and sensors, including an IoT and materials. And our journey so far is, we have developed more than 40 products right now. We have an external mentors, about 20 academic partners, 11 corporate partners, even companies like Philips, Sony are all partner with AIC now. We have conducted more than 60 to 70 total training programs and events, and we have 29 startups at the campus. So we will incubate these companies. Startups founded by students and youth is encouraged. Then faculty member, whoever may be the faculty members in an institution, we will take, along with the students also, we will take for under our AIC. Then also we will help them, even farmer producer organization, SHG, self-help groups, then manufacturing units, technology-based startups are all eligible to apply for AIC. Then what are the support you will get it from the incubation center in general? This is more connected towards our AIC. We have an R&D center. We have 45 plus sector specific experts. You can access to their mentoring activity. Mentoring is very, very important. Maybe in the Tilak Mehta's thing, you might have observed his Chacha has given a mentoring support. That mentoring support is required at the right time. So we have, this kind of a facility. We have a tie-up with a lot of DFRL, IISc, CFTRI, NAVIC. You can use their facility as well, equipment and missionaries you can use. And very importantly, funding. We will give funding up to 25 lakhs for your prototype. So based on that, you can start your own facility. And we have a wet lab facility, and we have academic partners, research partners, and we have a internal IP facilitation centers. All these things are under the AIC Jyoti. And these are all some of the products developed by our own startups and also from the R&D center as well. Working in the areas of, again, materials is there, devices is there, food is also there. So this is the product. And during the COVID times, we have developed a lot of product in that immunity booster. We have supplied more than 2,000 immunity boosters to the government of Karnataka for doctors, which is very important. And we have developed a low-cost ventilator. It is about 25,000 supplied to government of Kerala and also to the government of Karnataka during the COVID times. And sanitizing unit we have developed, and recently we have developed a negative ion generator. It's a small device which is also available even in the Amazon as well. Around 3 feet radiation, you will not be affected with the coronavirus. That is the kind of, even recently we got an approval from ICMR as well. So those are all the products which we have developed with the help of our startups. Again, you can see the photo of startup. All these are young entrepreneurs like you. And this is the facility what we have. And looking forward for your partnering with you. This is a small presentation. Whatever I know, I have shared. Thanks to all the team members of the VKIT for creating this wonderful opportunity for me to showcase our AIC as well as a small. Any questions, please? Any questions from the participants? You can ask me in Kannada or in Hindi or in English. Anything is all right. Please don't hesitate. So your silence represents two things. One is completely you have understood, and otherwise vice versa. You are not completely understood. Yes, sir. Please tell me.
Hello, sir. Sir, to apply the start, some of the work has to be completed, then only it can be uploaded, or the idea whether we have in our mind can be applied for the startups.
Sir, generally we don't incubate the ideas. Only when you have a proof of concept is ready. Once the working prototype is ready, then we will help you in incubating at our place, at any of the incubators. Idea, we will not give you the funding. For idea, we are conducting a lot of programs like business plan competition, hackathon, ideathon, gameathon. So very recently we have conducted one ideathon. I don't know whether it is circulated even in the VKIT, I don't know. So you can participate, your students or any faculty can participate in those kind of an ideathon. They will get this small funding from our end to convert the idea into a prototype. That is permitted.
Okay, prototype in the working model, else in analysis.
It should be in a working
like
model,
in the
working prototype, working
model, not in the analysis. Analysis.
Yes, yeah. If it is a software product, yes, you have to demonstrate your product. That's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Audience, any questions? If there is no question, shall we close it?
I think there is no question, sir. I think we will.
So thank you very much for the management, principal, and Dr. Shaila and Professor Chandrama for your help for calling me here and share my thoughts in this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your unmatched guidance and beautiful words. Now, I request Dr. R. Chandramma, convener VKIT IIC, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, Amrita, thank you. I'm Professor R. Chandrama, convener of IIC and in charge of Incubation Center. Take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. On behalf of Janta Education Society management members and Mrs. Indira Gopalakrishna ma'am, Vice Chairman VKIT, and VKIT principal and faculty members, I'll take this up. Behalf of all these members, I'd like to thank our speaker of the day, Dr. M.G. Anantaprasad sir, CEO Atal Incubation Center, Foundation, Jyoti Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Sir, for in your busy schedule, you have accepted our invitation and you have delivered that talk. Thank you very much, sir. And your talk was excellent and motivated every group of people here, starting from school children's to youth and household women. In the same way, sir, you have given amazing information about starting an idea and making it to public for commercial purpose with the help of incubation center. Thank you very much, sir. You have compared both youth to women. You can do anything, as well as starting from an idea. You can make it to public with the help of incubation center, and also you have showed that how the funding can be supported for the ideas. Thank you very much, sir. It was an amazing presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And on behalf of VKIT fraternity, I take this opportunity to thank the Janta Education Society management for your support and encouragement in conducting this webinar. Thank you all members, and also Gopalakrishna ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you
Motivation
so much.
in conducting this type. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
It was a great pleasure attending this.
To attend all the webinars.
All this webinar. Yeah, he is so good. I think our school students should be motivated. Anyway, we have he is with us. It's a great honor to be because he is with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. So always appreciates by giving valuable feedback. Thank you very much, ma'am. And also, I like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Chandrasekhar sir, for supporting and encouragement in conducting the series of webinars in Vivekananda Institute of Technology. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank all the VKIT IIC committee members for your continuous support in arranging and organizing in conducting the webinars which is happening in IIC. Thank you all committee members. And also, I thank Dr. Shaila K, Program Coordinator, for support and encouragement for the success of the webinar. Thank you, ma'am. I thank all the HODs and staff members of Vivekananda Institute of Technology in supporting in conduction of these webinars. Thank you all. Finally, I thank all the participants for your participation and patience listening for the success of this webinar. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Stay in home, stay healthy and happily. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, Amrita. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of IIC VKIT, a heartful thanks to Dr. Chandrama, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to be here today and for listening the webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Also, I would tell that on 19th, we are going to have one more webinar jointly done with the Jyoti, EIC Jyoti, Institute of Technology. So I request the participants to join us on 19th. The time schedule will be announced shortly.
And Shaila ma'am, it was a very great webinar. I think Dr. Anand sir has really given such good impact on children.
Yes, madam. We are going to have one more webinar jointly done with the Jyoti, AIC Jyoti, Institute of Technology. So I request the participants to join us on 19th. The time schedule will be announced shortly.
And Shaila ma'am, it was a very great webinar. I think Dr. Anand sir has really given such good impact on children.
Yes, madam.
And
yes, madam, we have recorded it,
madam.
madam.